Good morning, y'all.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And we are so happy that you're spending what day of the week is this?
I think it might be Hump Day.
Okay, Wednesday. Didn't know what day of the week it was. But you have as your host on the morning show, which is called Go Live Together. I'm so sorry. I'm all over the place. This morning I have some family things going on. Eddie from Eddie Lugo Studios, and Scott from the Mustard Drill.
The one and only.
And you have us. Introduce us, because I can't think.
We
I
are.
don't know who we are. I don't. Oh my God.
We're Jeremy and Cheryl with J&S Adventures, and cruising is fun anytime. Welcome to everybody who has made it into Go Live Together. This is Wednesday, July 19th, and we got some people in the chat already. Jamaican Farmer's Hut was first up here waiting this morning. Hello.
Good morning.
We also got Sharon Rowland, who has made it in.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Midlife Travels have made it in. Good morning.
Hi.
We got Tuber Chat. Word up. Good morning.
Welcome.
And Rob is here from Cruising on the High Seas and Travel.
Hey, Rob.
Hi.
And thank you for that share, Tuber Chat. The Z Show Cruise Fund has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
morning.
Or as he says, good morning, content creators. You know, yeah, I can't do it like him. Only he can
you
do
got
that.
you got to dig deep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You dig deep when
you got to get that power going whenever you say that. Yes. Ah. Bone Tired Travelers have made it in.
Morning, Denise.
I get the feeling someone is watching us.
Ooh.
Now while I have stuff in my mouth, I'll spit
Yes,
it out.
especially when you have stuff in your mouth.
Hey.
Okay. Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Scott says, always takes me a minute to decide which one to come in on. LOL, Scott won today. And yeah, if you want to jump between chats, we really don't care whose show you're watching, as long as you're watching the show and enjoying it. That's
And
what's
hit that
important
like.
to us.
Yes.
And hit that like button while you're in each one of them, trying to make up your mind. Let's see. Okay, so we are all caught up in the chat.
They have a nighttime show today, an evening show. It's evening, the 7th.
7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Controversial
Yeah.
cruiser in
and
cruising
One
in
Star
One Storm Adventures. Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
That's what's
Their
up.
second show. They had a first show last week.
Mm-hmm. And Rob with Cruise Brothers has come into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's see. Today is July 19th. I would like to present this live look of Galveston for you guys.
And
Along with
Rob with Cruise Brothers is here. And thank you for promoting the TS that we have on the screen, which is
Yes.
Scott from the Mustard Drill and Jeremy from J&S Adventures.
Thank you.
Your travel agents to be looking forward to if you need cruising info.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
I love that one.
I love them all. I do.
Yeah, this is your live look down at the Pleasure Pier on the seawall here in Galveston. If you've never been there, it's a fun place, and the reason I go there is for the turkey legs. They're really good. They're really big, and yeah, they got snow cones and everything to keep you cool out there. It's a fun time.
That roller coaster looks tight.
It is tight. It's a small pier, very small pier, and
Wow.
you know, there used to be a Ferris wheel, but I guess they take it down, but they haven't brought it back yet. So I'm not sure what happened. They might be working on it or whatever. But yeah, if you are coming into Galveston this morning, we are waking up to 82 degrees with 88% humidity and full sun in the sky. If you're going to be here this afternoon, it's going to be 90 degrees with 67% humidity and still full sun in the sky. So no clouds today. And let's see, that will do it for your Galveston weather. How's the weather where you guys are?
Smoky.
Still,
Okay,
oh,
still
wow.
smoky.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
It's a little cloudy over here in Southwest Georgia. Apparently, we have 40% of thunderstorms today, but we'll see.
70%. That sounds like a pretty good run right there.
Yeah, it's currently 75 degrees with a high of 86, but very hazy.
Yep. Do we know when the fires are going to be gone out? Hey, Nate the Great Podcast has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And
No,
Jimmy
the only thing that I heard was that they expect them, at least the Nova Scotia fires, to burn all summer.
Okay. Jimmy from the Astute Tourist has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
And Wellness with Frugal Mama has made it in. Good morning.
Okay,
Good
tonight
morning.
I'm gonna do a plug for Jimmy's thing. And tonight he has happy hour, you guys. And it's so mellow, you
Mhm.
know, and it's nice.
Is that the Mix and Drink show?
Well, that's where he mixes the drink.
Yeah.
And it's happy hour. You drink what you want to drink.
Okay.
A lot of people come in and drink Kool-Aid.
Yeah, or mocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Wednesday hump day.
Yep. And Mark Andre Moses has made it in with a comment. He says, my dream trip on a cruise ship is sailing to the Mediterranean, but I only afford the Caribbean.
But I want the Mediterranean. I do.
A med cruise would be nice.
I do. This is my dream.
Especially if I didn't have to fly there, but don't know how that would ever happen.
Oh,
My absolute dream cruise is China.
Really?
But
I would love to go to China too.
I can't survive the flight.
Oh, snap. Welcome to the party. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it into the chat.
party. Welcome to the party.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
They have a group cruise, House of X. It's March 17th.
On the Magic.
On the Magic, we will be there. It's for Leo's birthday.
Leo's birthday cruise.
Yeah.
And it's a milestone birthday too. It's big 40. The big 40.
Wow.
PSV.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
He's not that old.
PSV Odyssey is in the chat, and good morning, driving and listening. Thank you so much, Paul.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
And
I thought he was going to be like 29 or something.
I know, right?
I don't know. No, 29 was the lady that was had a birthday the other day. I forget which lady that was. Hey, Magnificent Germany with Darian just made it in on the road listening.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yes. And let's see. Speaking of creators, we always highlight some creators for you guys, and the list is as follows, and all of them are linked down in the description of this video. Anthony Simone,
Yes.
It's a Cruise Life,
Mm-hmm.
The Elmer's Adventures, Cruising the World with Jackie,
Mm-hmm.
and Fats and Trey.
Yes. And Fats and Trey are on the Margaritaville at sea.
Okay.
Yeah. They did a reveal, as you call it,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. They had just got off one ship
Yep.
and they said, behind us, and
Mhm.
they said, we're not going to say where it is.
Right, right.
Behind us is where we're on our way to now.
Mm.
You know.
That's
Somebody
powerful.
named Nightbot is in my chat reminding everyone to click the like button.
Click the like button. Thank
And
you,
that
Nightbot, for that reminder.
that's fantastic advice.
Yeah. Nightbot, I wouldn't say he's my favorite mod, but he's real close. He is. I love Nightbot. That's my boy.
Mm.
Okay. On this day, July 19th, in history, there's not that many interesting stories. It's a bunch of fighting and wars and stuff going on. And, I don't like to bring you bad news in the morning, but wow. And let's see. In 1980, the Summer Olympics opened in Moscow. though some 60 countries refused to attend because of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. It was the largest boycott in the history of the Olympic movement. Yeah. Didn't know that. Let's see. In 2007, the first episode of Mad Men aired.
That was a good show.
And in 2014, American actor James Garner died at the age of 86 on this day.
The Rockford Files.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's a very, very good one right here. On this day in 1948, the women's suffrage movement in the United States was launched with the opening of the Seneca Falls Convention, which sought to gain certain rights and privileges for women, notably the right to vote.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one right there. And that will do it for... Wow, this Lizzie Borden person must have been crazy.
She did her family in with 40 whacks.
40 whacks? Wow.
Yeah, you
okay.
don't know the story? You
No,
need to
I don't.
watch the movie.
I don't. On this day in 1860, Lizzie Borden was born. And apparently people know her. 40 whacks?
40 whacks.
Pretty whack. Yeah.
Wax with an axe or like a knife or what?
I don't know, baby.
Oh my God.
I'm going to let you watch it.
I don't want to. That's,
I'll let you watch it. They have so many movies about her.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Check out the wiki.
Yeah.
Check out the wiki for the for the cliff note.
Yes, I will do that.
Lizzie Borden.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Bada boom.
Okay, so
yeah.
so we're okay because we are 100% transparent and because we are travel people. We were dealing with a travel situation this morning. Apparently, one of our daughters is unable to make the cruise, so now we're trying to find a replacement that can go on the family cruise with us.
Oh, don't be looking at me like that because you should have taken my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Scott and you had Eddie that should have said something and they said something. But and they did, but I didn't listen because I'm a woman.
You didn't listen, like
Listen, I vote you take Eddie.
Okay. Okay. And Timu.
and Timu.
And take Eddie and Timu.
Yep.
He gonna,
But
I
so-
vote you take Eddie because Eddie has this Eddie has a cruise in his future on one of Carnival's smallest ships.
Oh, he
Yep.
would fall
So,
in love with.
It would be a great opportunity for Eddie to experience Carnival's largest ship.
Yes.
he's gonna come with his Timu looking suitcase. That's what you need, Eddie. You need a Timu suitcase.
Orange suitcase.
You gotta be about that life.
And he could preview all of his pineapple gear
Oh,
before
Yep,
the cruise he has coming up in the future.
that's a
Are
premiere
you
right
talking
there.
about the Jubilee, Cheryl?
We're going
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras,
Mardi
September
Gras,
2nd.
September what?
No, 44 days. September 2nd.
Yes.
It's Alice's birthday. Ooh.
Perfect.
Her birthday.
Okay.
It's a
Ouch.
perfect birthday cruise.
Let the ladies
yeah.
let the ladies get together and have a big birthday soiree, and you get to go on a cruise.
We'll talk about it after the show.
That's not right. I'm waiting for Alice. I'm waiting for Alice to get in the chat right now.
Right now.
Say, whoa, wait,
You're gonna
what?
leave on my birthday? Oh,
probably
man,
listening, don't worry.
Good.
She's incognito.
Yep. Oh, controversial cruising says just got controversial now.
Okay, you're right. You're
I'm
so
surprised I
right.
haven't got a call yet myself.
Oh. Oh, she's gonna write it down in
Yeah.
the chat.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Leonard Family Fun. Good morning. First of all, and
Good morning.
coming into the chat, take me, Jeremy and Cheryl.
Mhm.
I'll be good. I promise. It's not you we're worried about. It's the fact that somebody has to share a room with our seasoned cruiser daughter. And
and she's a partier.
Don't worry.
yes.
Alice will not let me go. Nope.
She
That's
She's a
that's
partier.
already.
And I'm gonna
No.
tell you,
had us up in the club until it almost closed one
yes,
night.
and I couldn't even function the next morning. I told the people in the dining room for breakfast when we went. I said, I need coffee.
I need coffee this morning.
I need coffee.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Bamanola Lawn Adventures has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And I learned something yesterday. You can drink too much water, so I'm gonna stop drinking water.
Mm-mm.
No, you could drink your water, but if you feel over, then you stop. But you should drink water no matter what.
I slam bottles of water all day.
Me too.
Yep.
I do that too.
Yeah.
A lot of water. I drink a lot of water too. I get filtered through the machine, and then hey, but I'm drinking it. There you go.
Cold
Yep.
brew.
Cold brew. That's
Cold
right.
brew is the absolute best.
He loves it.
I love it.
I mean, you gotta be hot.
Yeah, it's gotta
I
be
mean,
hot.
I
It's gotta
mean,
be
yeah.
burning my tongue hot.
I don't drink cold brew in the winter, but
Yep.
my wife is usually like, "Hey, could we start cold brew season a little early this year?"
Right. And let's see. House of X says J&S. She had y'all up all night. It was. And what's so cold about it is she had her friend there with her, and I'm like, okay, why are we in the club? And we were just sitting down. We were just sitting down off in the corner, and having a good time. But we're just not club people. I don't know how to behave in a club.
Yeah,
I really don't. And Bamanola says he drinks a lot of water.
Yeah, you have to.
yeah,
Yes.
you're out. Yeah, I imagine.
I like Gatorade though. They say it hydrates better. I'm not sure
Because
about
of the
that.
electrolytes in it.
Yep.
I mean, we always have Gatorade and stuff so.
We do too.
We're like the typical family. We have 2 refrigerators in the garage and 1 in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course, the one in the garage is all drinks.
Yep.
So we always have Gatorade in it as well. So,
Yep.
And we're the lazy people. We have
Mini fridges peppered throughout the house.
yeah, right.
That are stocked with drinks.
So we don't have to get up, in the middle of the night and come to the kitchen. Just lazy.
And we got another vote for Gatorade here. We got Tuber Chat who has made it in. I try to drink water, but 1 Gatorade per day for the electrolytes.
Yeah. We buy Gatorade like water.
And with that, I'm not sure that that's a good segue, but I believe we are ready to bring you the cruise and travel industry news.
oh my goodness.
On the news, please. Got it.
Carnival Jubilee ready for float out.
What?
The Carnival Jubilee is ready for its float out and will be leaving the building dock in Papenburg, Germany on Saturday, July 22nd, according to an announcement by Meyer Werft.
Mm-hmm.
Set to debut in December, the Carnival Jubilee will float out at 9 a.m. on Saturday and will then move to the yard's outfitting pier at around 12 p.m., according to the current schedule. Carnival Cruise Line's newest ship is set to begin sea trials in August with a capacity to accommodate up to 5,400 passengers. The Carnival Jubilee will set sail on its inaugural voyage from Galveston on December 23rd, 2023, followed by regular week-long sailings from the port year-round. Itineraries will include visits to Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Roatan, because where else would you go from Galveston? Moving on. Virgin ship collides with dock at Port of Miami. So this is a follow-up to the announcement yesterday that unfortunately the Scarlet Lady did collide with one of the mooring piers or pylons or whatever you want to call it or whatever. So it says here, Virgin Voyages cruise ship Scarlet Lady came into unfortunate contact with a mooring dolphin at Port of Miami over the weekend. The mishap resulted in a dent and hull perforation on the starboard aft side of the ship just above the waterline. And I have an image here of what it looks like. And you can clearly see a hole in the hull.
Yep.
So it says here, Scarlet Lady was involved in a one-sided collision. At the cruise ship made contact with the mooring dolphin during the arrival. Eyewitnesses and online video footage reveal that the incident occurred as the ship attempted to align its starboard side with the dock at the Virgin Voyages cruise terminal. And then it says here, unfortunately, the vessel miscalculated the distance to the dolphin, a freestanding extension of the dock used for mooring ships. The mishap led to the ship's collision with the dolphin during its turn. This event, however, did not stop the Scarlet Lady for long. Repairs were promptly initiated and continued throughout the day. Despite the hiccup, the U.S. Coast Guard cleared the ship, which pulled out at approximately 12:30 a.m., albeit the delay around 6 hours. So not terrible, judging based on the from what the damage looks like. And it says here that following the incident, the subsequent repairs, the ship set off from Miami for a 5-night cruise, stopping in Cozumel and Bimini before returning to Miami. So, and then the last story I have today is Island Princess celebrates 20 years in service. The Island Princess is completing 20 years in service this month. Built in France, the Princess cruise ship was christened on July 11th, 2003. The ceremony took place at Vancouver's Canada Place cruise terminal and saw the Olympic gold medalists Jaime sail and David. I know how to say this, but I'm old and it's the morning and I forget how to say it. It's Peltier. So serving as godparents. A day later, the cruise ship set sail on its first commercial voyage, kicking off a maiden season in Alaska and Canada. During the 2003 summer, the Island Princess offered traditional Voyage of the Glaciers itinerary. At the time, the one-way cruise sailed between Seward and Vancouver and included visits to Ketchikan, Juneau, and Skagway. The week-long itinerary also featured scenic cruises at the Glacier Bay with a stop in the College Fjord. So it says here, after a major refurbishment in 2015, the ship also introduced new features such as a revamped self-service restaurant and new staterooms. Currently sailing in the Baltic Sea, the Island Princess is set to spend the 2023 summer cruising in Northern Europe. After a full season in the Mediterranean, the ship repositions to North America ahead of embarking on Princess's 2024 World Cruise, setting sail from Fort Lauderdale and Los Angeles for a 111-night global sailing. So that is it for the news.
Oh,
And thank God, because my brain's not exactly woken up yet. So
Well, we got a couple more people who have made some cruise announcements here. Rob with Cruise Brothers says, in 100 days, I'll be in New Orleans. Woohoo!
Yes.
Nice.
And guess who else will be there?
We will.
We will. With you.
Yeah.
Bugging you.
And
Yes.
just Cody has come in this morning. Hello.
Good
Welcome
morning.
in.
Good morning.
And cruising on the high season travel just so happens to have the same name, Rob. It says, same here, Rob. Don't know why I'll be in New Orleans, but it's going to be a great one. So that secret that he was keeping yesterday has just been revealed. He's going to be in New Orleans in 100 days. Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott have made it in.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Together We Travel have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
And let's see, in another cruise news story, there's an ad that just popped up. That's new, that's number one right there. And it says Atlas Ocean Voyages, a leader in yacht expedition cruising, announced the addition of 26 expeditions for its new World Voyager yacht. Departing between March 24 and October 24, these expeditions will offer Atlas Ocean's first Caribbean voyages, along with South America itineraries to Argentina, Brazil, and the Falklands. The 24 season will also feature Northern Europe journeys to Iceland, Ireland, England, and Norway. New Arctic expeditions will take guests to Svalbard and Greenland, promising awe-inspiring landscapes and unforgettable encounters with wildlife. New for 2024, Atlas Ocean continues to expand its offerings to cater to diverse travel preferences with new cultural expeditions by Atlas. The debut of Cultural Expeditions by Atlas further enriches the portfolio, complementing the existing Epicurean Expeditions by Atlas for culinary connoisseurs and Polar Expeditions by Atlas for the intrepid traveler. Cultural Expeditions will provide guests with diverse perspectives, local engagements, folkloric experiences, art, architecture, and museum visits, offering a deep immersion into the vibrant cultures of each destination. Guests enjoy a free cultural immersion tour, enrichment programs, and exclusive onboard experiences on each voyage. In another news story, this one might actually interest a lot of you. The riches of the wilderness take center stage on Holland America Line's Alaska cruises as the region's natural wonders and rugged beauty unfold. With the most visits to Alaska's glaciers and more ways to see wildlife and wilderness on a shore excursion than any other cruise line, Holland America says it's weaving more than 75 years of Alaska expertise into every facet of the experience. As the 2025 season opens for booking, Holland America is building on the top reasons travelers choose an Alaska cruise: to see glaciers and wildlife by offering the most Glacier Bay permits in the cruise industry, and the most glacier viewing experiences and the most opportunities to see the animals of Alaska, with nearly 180 shore excursions that take guests on a wildlife and wilderness encounter. I wonder if that includes the bear excursion too.
Yeah, the one that you're going to be running from and don't run. They say stand still.
Well, that's not. I know Norwegian is what I'm going through. Let's hope that the bears on that excursion are not as ready.
I don't know. I've seen a bear on Net Geo Wild.
When I was up on the Blue Ridge in June, and I came across these bear signs. There were a whole bunch of bear signs all the way down the parkway, and I was tempted to stop, take a picture of every one of them, and make this big, huge collage for you.
Nice.
Well, Jennifer from Embarkation Nation, she sends him video.
She does.
Oh. And tells them what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, any bear expertise that anybody has out there, I would love to have it.
And it's like, why? Because he's scared already.
Why does Todd think that?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. We're thinking that Rob from Cruise Brothers and our Rob is the same person. He might be having a conversation with himself down here in the chat.
Stop.
All right, take it easy, Bamanola. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you. Okay, you forgot one.
Now Scratching Pete has made it into the chat.
You forgot you and Scott as travel agents forgot one piece of the news, and I was waiting to hear about it.
Well, you can announce it. You got a cruise news story?
Well, it was all over yesterday, and I said, what are they talking about? And I Googled it, I now can Google. I might just learn how to
copy and paste.
Yeah, but I can.
Oh, they had fun with copy and paste in other shows. including mine and Z's. We had a good time with copy and paste last night. There was another Nightbot lesson. So if you want to head to Z Show Cruise Fun, we did another Nightbot lesson last night.
Yes. So it's the nude cruise on the Carnival Pride.
Clothing optional.
Yes. And I had never heard, as long as I've been sailing on Carnival, I had never ever.
I'll let you get to your story, okay? But yes, so it alternates between the Pride and the Legend.
Okay.
But they have been doing it for many years, and it is single sailing, and it's usually from Tampa. And those ships are the same two ships that rotate out of Baltimore. And when I first found out about it and knew I was going on both of those ships across in a year's time, I said to myself, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I'll be able to sit on anything. On either one.
And I'm asking the same thing. Is there like how we have drive-through car washes where you can take a car through? I wonder if they have the same thing for cruise ships. Just run it through the car wash real quick before you put other people on it.
And I it's just one of those weird things, right? You know about it, and you just think to yourself, "Gosh, I'm not gonna say any more about it." Go ahead with your story.
Well, it's really not my story, but this year was next year, February the 25th. And like he said, it's leaving out of Tampa.
Yep.
And this is the thing.
Prices are really low.
It's a 70% return rate on the cruise.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, if you meet somebody that on the cruise, you'll see them again next year on the cruise because it's a 70%.
Yeah, and based on the theme of that cruise, you'll really see them.
Yes, you will. And prices start at $1,200 for double occupancy. So if you're looking for a budget cruise and you want to see a lot of naked people, book it.
Yeah. And that's got to be the easiest travel thing too, right? Like you don't even need a carry-on. All you need is like a duffel bag or something.
I was going to say there would be no Mass Mayhem videos coming from us if we went because there would be no need for suitcases, just a backpack.
No,
I'm serious. There would be no packing.
I
don't know. It sounds to me like somebody there is hinting at going.
No, I wonder how you would dress for elegant night though.
Hey, just put a bow tie.
Yeah,
just a bow tie
here or something.
Just a bow tie. That
Chippendale,
perfect.
Like a Chippendale dude.
And the ladies probably just show up in heels
or a hat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But are they like the big old 9-inch heels?
Hey. They might be.
No, but seriously, I first heard about that. I was like, I'm about to go. I think that I heard about it right before I was about to go on the Pride.
Oh, okay.
And then of course, they talked about how, then the next year the Legend would be doing it, and I was like, oh, but then I'm on the Legend that next year too.
Wow!
Oh my God!
Hey, the Bud Files have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
everybody.
morning.
And just doing our best have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Too.
Let's see. Everybody speaking to one another. Okay. Well, that is good. Now, let's see what Scott is saying this morning. Has your cruise ever missed a port? Let us know down in the chat.
Yes, it has. I have actually been on several ships, several sailings that have missed ports, usually due to weather. I believe one ship we were on, and I cannot remember the ship, but we missed a port due to a problem with the ship's propulsion. So unfortunately, and we were not given an alternative, though. That's kind of like the bummer part of it when you're not given an alternate port. So it was another sea day, And for somebody like me who does not love sea days, I don't hate them, but I don't love them. I was not digging that. But I think one of the scariest situations, though, was on Carnival Magic when we arrived at Half Moon Key. We were a handful of people were able, platinum members and stuff, priority people were able to get on tenders and go over to the island. Now, based on the weather conditions, I don't know why anybody would choose to do that, but a handful of people did. And then the weather got even worse and they were trapped on the island because they could not bring them back to the ship. What made it worse was being on the island, there were no facilities. So there was no meals, no drinks, nothing. You couldn't do anything. You basically were just trapped. The shops were closed. So everybody was huddled into one of the pavilions, the people who did make it there, and they were trapped on there for almost 6 hours with nothing until they were able... till the sea conditions got, favorable enough to bring them back to the ship. So pretty scary. The ship was flooding. I have video footage of it and stuff on a vlog from that sailing on my channel. So really terrible, really horrible. One of the worst experiences ever for sure.
And let me tell you about the muster drills videos. Now, everybody knows that I have sleep problems, so I'm watching everybody's stuff at night. Last night, and this is not just last night, I don't know what he does to put his stuff out there, regardless of what you put in for YouTube to do, to bring up for you to watch. His videos come up as well. And then I sit there and I say, well, I know Scott, let me just watch it, And yeah, your stuff comes up regardless of what I put in, And I don't know if it's because
That's SEO.
Oh, really?
I was thinking it must be good SEO.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm putting something in and bam, and I'm scrolling before I click the one that I want. I go through that first top line and that would be something for everybody to know how to do, because his comes up. I don't care if I'm looking for Mardi Gras stuff. Like last night, and I purposely looked to see what ship that was. And it was the one with thieves on board. That one. That's the one that came up, and I said, man, I didn't even put this ship in, and he comes up, and I didn't understand how it was coming up. It's just not that one. It could be something else. Like when I put in the Mardi Gras, his videos come up.
Good SEO will land you in a lot of searches if you know how to tag your videos correctly, or how to what to do on YouTube. So
he needs to put out
a tech tip.
Yeah, but I don't want to be in the class because
I do.
I just did.
And they're commenting since we mentioned it. Law Jones has come in with a comment. First of all, good morning and thank you for coming in. And I may have misspoke right here based off of this comment. I thought the new cruise was through a private charter.
It is. It is. They chartered out the Carnival Pride. You're absolutely right.
Okay. We cannot get them on board, right? Scott?
What?
Can we?
No, I don't. Okay. I don't think so. No.
Okay, so I misspoke. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I didn't know.
And Rob says, "Thanks a lot, Scott. Now I'll have that image in my head all day long."
Me too, Rob. I'll have it too, right?
And Bone Tired Traveler says, "Bare Essentials, Law."
Yeah, bare essentials, because I don't know. I don't know if I could go because I'm used to overpacking.
And getting back into the question, Bone Tired Traveler says, "Never missed a port." And I'm moving the question over to Eddie now. Have you guys ever missed a port?
Yes,
Oh
and it
wow.
happened to us on the bloggers cruise.
Mm.
Apparently, due to high winds, we did not make it into Belize. And I was
Mm.
looking forward to it, but apparently the winds were too high for
Mhm.
the tender to make it to the ship and for us to go back. So I have not been to Belize. I have not been
Yep.
to Roatan. Roatan was too humid the next day when we made it there, but that
Mhm.
wasn't a mistake. We made it, but Belize has been the one that we missed so far. And
Mm.
but no worries, we're going back in January on the Prima. So
That's right.
hopefully the
That's
weather
right.
be nicer and we'll be able to make it in. But other than that, all other cruises that I know of, I never missed a port before.
Just real quick, Belize is a tender port.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's not much to do at the port area. I mean, it was enough for us to do our souvenir shopping, and
Yeah.
I believe we went back to the ship to eat. We didn't eat there, but they
Mhm.
did recommend that restaurant that's sitting right there on the waterfront at the tender drop off. I asked a local person there, I'm like, what is a good place to eat around here? And they said right there. And I said, okay. I forget the name of it, but it was packed. It was really a popular place. So yeah, we went. Oh wow. But yeah, we went back to the ship and ate that day. So it's not a very big port, but it is nice. I remember having fun in Belize.
Mhm.
Speaking of Belize, Controversial Cruising says Miss Belize 1 year due to weather. Just had another sea day. Dream or elation? I can't remember.
Mhm.
And let's see.
And I love my sea days. I love sea days
hmm
because I'm not obligated to do
Just
much.
Cody came in with I have missed Bimini and the Bahamas on 2 different cruises due to high wind.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
So
And I've
yeah,
never been to that port,
Mhm.
but when they opened it, so many of the creators, flocked to that port.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of stuff to do in Bimini, but my favorite thing is the beach club.
Okay.
okay. Tuber Chat says I was working on the Celebrity Zenith during Hurricane Bertha in 1996. 1 week we were diverted to Martha's Vineyard instead of the weekly Bermuda trip from New York.
Mm. And I remember when cruise ships used to go to Martha Vineyards. I remember that was back in the day.
And just doing our best. Asked, was it in March during the windy months? Just wondering.
This happened in what was it, February 1st or the 2nd when this happened, early.
Mhm.
And Butter Roll Boutique has made it in. Good
Good
morning.
morning. We featured you
Good morning.
yesterday. And I told them about what you do and all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we featured you yesterday.
Yeah, those
So
dolls.
what about you two? Have you guys ever been on a sailing that missed a port?
Not
No.
me.
Not me, not ever.
Nope.
They've
Not yet.
always taken me where they wanted to take me. It doesn't even matter if we missed all ports, just as long as I'm on the ship.
She likes the cruise experience
Yeah.
better than ports. I'm kind of like 50-50. If we show up to port, that's good. And what's the conditions going to be in the port now that I've been to Curacao and had burnt feet? Okay, so these ports are really changing my mind on what to wear to port, especially
Mhm.
tennis shoes. I'm
Mhm.
trying to be stylish and wear sandals, but no more. I
Yeah.
can't do the burnt feet thing anymore. It took me a month to get over that. So now my feet have a tan as opposed to before.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
Mm.
It was funny, Eddie. It was funny.
Yep.
So, like a quick story about Belize. So, I've been to Belize, multiple times, and I usually take, I usually take a tour when I'm in Belize because, as you said, there's not really a lot to do
right.
in the port area and stuff. So, I've gone to see the Mayan ruins at Altaha, and I've also done cave tubing, cave/river tubing in Belize. That's all the way out near the Guatemalan border. So it's like over an hour in a bus just to get all the way out there. But anyway, so it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. But they told us our guides on the bus told us this story about Belize. So I'm going to try to really crunch this down. So a long time ago in Belize, they did not have indoor bathrooms. So they had these outdoor bathrooms that they have these canals in Belize. So they have these outdoor bathrooms so that you would go out and kind of walk up steps. And these outhouses would be suspended out over kind of like a dune at the back of your yard or the back of your property over the canals. And it would all go down into the canal instead of the ground. So now this is kind of slightly kind of a gross part, right? So the guide told us that this was a long time ago. This is not the way it is anymore and hasn't been for a while. But this was a long time ago. So and they said that the catfish that lived in the canals would eat it.
Eat the poop.
It's the baby Ruth.
And because of that, it has created a taboo in Belizean society where they will not eat catfish.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So even now, like 50 years later, no Belizean will eat catfish because it's kind of that it kind of just changed their mental perception of it because of it.
It wouldn't mind too.
Yeah, it wouldn't mind too. They better not come
Exactly,
to the south.
right? So,
south
but here's the
end.
thing. So what I said was where I live in the United States, catfish is not big. I said, but it is very big in the southern US.
Yes, it is.
And what I said to them was, I don't eat catfish, but I'm definitely not eating catfish.
Wow. That's like the only fish we eat here. Unless it's tilapia, which is farm raised.
Okay.
You still got the same deal. They eat algae and like junk.
And it's E. coli. I bet the E. coli was bad.
Well, I'm sorry if I ruined that for you, but that was one of the most interesting things I ever heard.
I'm still eating catfish and hot sauce. Okay, that's how I eat it. Deep fried with hot sauce on bread. Okay, that's how you eat it.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm doing it.
I never had catfish, and now I'm definitely not having catfish.
I have caught.
I'm not doing the catfish.
I have caught, cleaned, and eaten catfish, and I'm still here. No E. coli involved. Butterroll Boutique says, "Wow, catfish is my favorite." So yeah,
we go to a restaurant here, a Greek restaurant called Frank's, and every time my sister-in-law comes from Tennessee, her husband always eat catfish, and every time he orders that, I'm like, "Oh, okay." I don't feel like eating here now.
I love catfish. You're not gonna change my mind, Scott. You're not.
And I love catfish too, but
cruising on the high seas and travel has a question here. It says travel agent question. If I'm sailing on a cruise day with you and you are not my travel agent, can my travel agent know which stateroom you are in?
No.
If they didn't do the booking,
I can't see a booking that here. Well, here's the thing, right? So here's a real super fast abridged version. Travel agents are like real estate agents. Okay. So a real estate agent attaches itself to a host agency like Coldwell Banker, Remax, stuff like that. A travel agent attaches themselves kind of the same way, like to a host agency, right? I can see any booking created by any travel agent that belongs to my host agency. But as a rule, I can, even though I can see them, I'm not supposed to get in them, right? I'm only supposed to get in the ones that absolutely belong to me, but I can see them. But I cannot see bookings that are created by another agent outside of my host or by the cruise line directly. And if I would try to access that, I would just simply get a message saying, like something like e-commerce error or something like that, or some type of like error or something like that, because I don't have access to it. So
Scrow's Nest came in with some missed ports. Panorama 2021 Christmas cruise. They missed Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta because of COVID.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people missed ports right before they shut down.
Yeah, it's a real bummer too because I mean, I
No,
look
this was
forward
after
to
the
that.
restart. This was Christmas 2001 after the restart.
Oh,
But they had to miss those two ports because of the COVID restrictions in and out. I remember sailing during that time, and it was very confusing. So
Yeah.
we, in our early days, we were dropping cruise news because of COVID,
Yeah.
without even stepping on a ship.
Right.
So yeah.
So, and we had a situation on the horizon where we were supposed to go to Bimini at the end of our cruise, and that was going to be on my birthday. So we had an excursion to the Bimini Beach Club, to celebrate my birthday. My wife and I did, and when we got on the ship, maybe I don't know, an hour before we sailed or something like that, they came on and announced and said, due to some reason, they were flip-flopping it. They were putting Bimini at the beginning of the sailing instead of at the end. So we had to go down and cancel. And I didn't get to spend my birthday.
Law Jones gets the joke of the day award. He said catfish is a bottom feeder.
Yeah. I'm not eating it. I'm not cooking it.
That gives a brand new fresh meaning to a bottom feeder. Okay, it really does. Wow.
As long as you're not eating Belizean catfish, maybe you'll be okay.
No, I need to start reading. I need to start reading my labels. That's what I need to do. And see where my catfish is coming from. I'm just saying.
Because we're right here on the Gulf. How do you know it's not coming from there?
I caught a catfish right here in the backyard. That's a Gulf catfish. I think we need to start.
Travel from Belize.
But Jennifer from Embarkation Nation, welcome to the shenanigans and the catfish conversation.
Good morning.
Yes. You missed a lot. Catch the replay. The first hour of this show it went off the rails quickly. We're talking about catfish. That's all I'm saying. And you need
Belizean catfish.
Belizean catfish.
Belizean catfish. Or if you prefer British Honduras.
And she likes to fish just like we do.
Mm-hmm. Pay attention. Watch the replay. Definitely.
And Embarkation and all of us are going on the Alaskan cruise. Check with Scott.
Yeah, hopefully they'll have some Alaskan salmon as opposed to Belizean catfish on the menu. I'm going to be looking at everything now, man. Read the fine print. Where does your fish come from?
Right.
Wow.
If you're ever in a cruise in Belize and they load of fish, and if catfish, then you know.
Sharon Rowland says, Eddie, I lost connection. What happened? Double check your list.
That's weird.
And Controversial Cruising says, I can't believe it.
Oh, he's got a shirt that said.
Yeah. Bonestar Traveler says, get Mississippi farm raised catfish.
I love me some catfish though, Denise, for real.
Yes.
But
that's what we eat. Catfish is what we eat,
I'm just not gonna do it anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna eat.
Well, the Belizeans don't do it anymore either.
I really don't. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
I'm so confused. This has been a confusing morning.
Yes, Bonetire Travelers, it is the June 15th Alaska sailing on the Norwegian Encore coming out of Seattle, and we're going to four great ports. And it's a Helping Hands for Cruising.
Yes.
Group cruise. So
we're going to have a recipient from Helping Hands on this.
Hopefully a few. I talked to somebody last night. They're looking at getting a few per sailing, as opposed to just one. Yep. And Eddie, you have a secret that you wanted to share with everybody.
Breaking news
this morning.
It's a secret.
The Secret Boost Cruise 2.0, October 28, 2024, leaving out of Tampa, Florida. On the Carnival Paradise, we're going to go to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman on a 6-day cruise. Yes, 6 days, baby, to go out there. You know what I mean? Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman. Carnival Paradise. contact Bruce from Ocean to Ocean Travel for your room. You could set aside your spot with $25 now, refundable. You got to do your payment on your cabin by May 2024 and pay up the cruise by July 2024. So the sooner you do, the better, because cabins are moving and balconies are very tight. They don't have that many balconies on these ships, and a lot of them are selling already a lot quicker than the cabin. So come on over. We have a lot of creators coming in. J&S will be there. Cruising's Fun Anytime, Mustard Drill, House of X, Mike and Rihanna Adventures, and a bunch of other people are coming also. So let's get together. Let's make it a great cruise. House of X will be in charge of 2 entertainment nights, elegant night and a game night, and there's also going to be a Halloween costume contest and many other things, activities to do. Mike and Rihanna are managing the group cruise on Facebook. Check it out. Come on over. Check out the activities that we're doing and some of the stuff that are happening. And any information, you can find it there. And if you need more info, please contact me or Bruce, and we'll get you to it.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Okay,
Viva la raza!
and there's some more fish conversation going down here. In the, Controversial Cruising says, if I'm back on the East Coast, I love trout, fluke, flounder, sea bass. Now I'm in the desert and I'm going to fish drought.
Well, there's always Belizean catfish.
I know, right? And Bone Tired Traveler says, I prefer to catch and eat brim. And I'm kind of with them because I did a lot of freshwater fishing whenever I was little. And we had white perch. We had, trout and mainly bass, perch, and trout. And that was some good eating, especially sun perch. You catch them all day with only a can of corn. You just go fishing with a can of corn. That's all you got to take out there. They'll eat it up. I love it.
Okay, so because I don't want to leave everybody with this terrible mental image or impression of Belize, right? So Belize, or as it used to be referred to as British Honduras, right? Amazing country, beautiful, really amazing people. But here's another interesting piece of information about Belize. So in Belize, the children who, they go to school year round, and they do not bring lunches to school, nor does the school serve them lunch. So what happens is these food vendors are contracted by the government to set up outside of all of the schools, and the children come early every morning and go to those food vendors and get food that they then take with them into the school. And they're set up right outside the schools. So they stop there on their way into the school and get their lunch and take it in and hold it until lunchtime.
Is it free? Is it free?
It's not free, but it's subsidized by the Belizean government.
Okay.
That's what's up. Law Jones says, I am still confused. Is Mike Clark's group cruise on the Utopia or the Europa? It's on the World. Yes.
He has both. He has two. He has a group cruise on Utopia. The only thing I don't know, I know that Mike himself is doing a back-to-back on Utopia because it's only short cruises. I just don't know if the group he has on Utopia is the back-to-back or just one of the 3 days.
And on a separate
He made it two group
He
cruises.
made it. He made it too.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 3 day first, and then the 4 day after.
Right.
But he's doing.
Yeah, I knew he was doing the 3 and 4 day himself, but I wasn't sure if the group was the whole thing.
Yeah, no, he's making it a second group cruise if you want to do a back to back.
Okay.
Yeah,
which to make it a 7 day.
And then he also has the group cruise on the World America, right?
Yeah,
And
in
that's the one we're
2025.
considering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're considering the World America.
And
cruise.
Jennifer from Embarkation Nation says Utopia, September 13th through the 20th.
Yeah, that's both cruises together.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
you have to do that, really. I mean, unless you live there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I would never fly there for a 3 or 4 day cruise.
Oh no.
And I'm not. I would love to do it, but it's going to the Bahamas. So, and I don't. I'm Bahamas full. That's why I used to go in the 80s and 90s, and I've been there a couple times already, and that's it. I'm Bahama mom already.
I love the Bahamas. There's
Bahamas cool.
absolutely no place on the planet that has more beautiful water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I don't go in the water anyway.
Adventures of the Philippine American couple have made it in. Good
Good
morning.
morning. They put
Good
out
morning.
some content over the weekend.
Nice of you to drop by.
It's like why I don't go in the water. Let me tell you why. It's like Jeremy that has such high regards for bears. Yesterday on Facebook, there was a small short video of a person getting attacked by a shark, and Alice watched the whole thing. And she says to me, "Come here, check this out." And you see a guy swimming in the water, and all of a sudden you see the flame from the shark, and you see the fight between the two of them, and the guy goes down, he doesn't come back up.
Yep.
So I'm like, yeah, right, and like I'm gonna go in the water now. So no,
Yeah, see.
no thank you.
Jennifer from Embarkation Nation said, "I'm so excited for Coco K," and in response to that, I would say I'm going to infer from that you've never been to Coco K, and if that's the case, I would say it's either going to ruin your private island experience for every other island because you're going to love it and fall in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's going to ruin it in that you're going to be like, what happened to the traditional private island experience?
Okay. Here is just doing our best says our anniversary is August 5th. My husband is off for a week. We want to go somewhere where we can saltwater fish. Mm-hmm. That's good. Mm-hmm. And Leonard Family Fun has a question. For those who drink coffee, do you take your favorite creamer with you on a cruise or any trip?
No.
I saw people do that.
Yep.
I've seen people do that on several of
There's
the
little cups that you can carry with you now that they sell in supermarkets, but I don't like creamer to be refrigerated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that warm stuff. No.
Right.
First of all, I don't know how long that's been out there.
I do not. My favorite creamer is Italian sweet cream. And when I'm on MSC, guess what they have?
Italian sweet cream.
But we're going to go on MSC eventually.
Mm-hmm. It's on our list.
It's on our list. MSC is definitely on the list.
Virgin Voyages is definitely on my list because every restaurant is included. Every single one of them.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
Every other stuff going on too.
Yeah, so Virgin Voyages is
no worse.
More of an
What's
all-inclusive
happening on the
experience.
price,
Well, at least you're dressed in the Virgin, but
yeah, with Virgin Voyages, you're going to get gratuities included in your fare. You're going to get Wi-Fi. You're going to get restaurants. You're going to get the whole 9 yards. So.
All of it except for drinks. And I'm not a drinker.
And then even with the drinks, they've been running a lot of specials. Don't know if they'll run them indefinitely, but they have been running a lot of specials even with the drinks where you're getting like hundreds of dollars worth of bar credit. So
right. They've been giving that away. So with that, we can go into the next section of the show, which is who is going live for the remainder of the day.
And here we go. Following us, or already beginning right now at 10 a.m. in the morning, is Live with Linda and Chuck with Seashell Cruise Fun also at 10 a.m. Coming up at 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern, it's A Moment in the Word with Mr. Darian. followed by 1 p.m. this afternoon, Roy and Becky's Travels, and Brightside 50 Plus Hidden Secrets, whatever that is. 6 p.m. tonight will be the Stu Tourist Wednesday Cocktail Hour. You want some drinky, come to the Stu Tourist and give you a mix for your drinks. Following at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, Edna's World and Controversial Cruising in Warner Adventures will be on their second live this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. At 8 p.m. will be D&G Explorers live with Mountain Folk. It probably has some trivia night, and then Full Blown Country, 8 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. will be Mount Homestead, and closing the night, the Barnyard Farmhouse at 10 p.m. tonight Eastern.
And Eddie, while you're still up, please answer this question. Do you use packing lists? Do you have a running packing list that you use for every trip? Leonard Family Fun asked that question.
No, I do not. I do know that I want to take my gear, my clothing, and my toiletries. That's about the things that I have it up in my head. Alice do make a list herself for some extra items, but myself, no. I usually know what I'm going to take it because that's why I packed the day before the cruise. This way I'm alert or everything that I'm putting in the luggage, and I know what I'm taking and what not to take. And I always do end up taking extra stuff anyway. So, I just always wait for the day before. No, I don't do any packing ahead of time.
Right. Scott?
I do not use a packing list. However, my wife she's an accountant, and so she is really fond of spreadsheets. So she has a spreadsheet that she developed a long time ago that is extremely detailed, and it has a lot of stuff on it. And she goes, and it's always sitting on the dresser in the bedroom before a cruise or any other type of trip. And there's always, so she checks everything off on it and stuff. She is meticulous. She lays all of her clothes out, weeks and weeks in advance. It all goes into packing cubes and then in a specific order into the suitcases. And then when we get on board, she unpacks and moves in like she's going to live there.
Baby, do we use packing lists?
No, we just overpack.
Yes, we overpack, and we do this video series called Mass Mayhem. If you want to know what goes in our bags, just watch those videos.
And that's why we don't, a year ago, this is something else that's been coming up. Kurt from CME, he has a packing video. I just skipped on by that because it's anything goes in our suitcase.
Yep.
So I don't do packing.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. See, and I stay packed from one cruise to the next. So I have a suitcase that's always packed with pretty much all the stuff that I need. Not absolutely everything, but most of the stuff. Certainly most of my clothing and things like that. So, and when I come home from a cruise, the dirty clothes get washed and dried and folded and put right back into that suitcase. So I'm always ready to go.
Yes, us. Our cruise suitcase is always by the door with stuff in it.
Yep.
We even have a hurricane bag.
Yeah, we got dump bags down here because sometimes we'll evacuate.
Yeah. So,
but I have two razors, so one here, one for my travels. I have two, toothbrush, toothpaste, the whole 9 yards, extra, separate set of all of that stuff in my suitcase, always ready to go. Yeah.
Because we're cruisers.
Yeah. And Adventures of the Philippine American couple says we do use packing lists with room for adjustments depending on the trip. Controversial Cruising says, I don't use a list, but I have a Caribbean cruise suitcase that has what I call meat and potatoes. Stuff I always take, then I will fill it in a few weeks before, LOL. Yep. And Leonard Family Fun says she is very detailed. I like to unpack as well. I do not live out of a suitcase at home and will not do it at my home away from home.
Oh, I have to unpack
I can
we
tell you,
go to
there's
Delaware-
nothing better than living out of the suitcase.
Oh my God, my oldest daughter, she lives out of a suitcase. I can't do it. I would be
That way. Listen, when the trip is over, ready to go. All I gotta do is either reach in the closet or underneath the bed, pull them things out, and roll out the door.
Yep.
no.
I take everything out of the bags. I don't really match in. Oh, I gotta wear this for this today or this for this. Nah, I take my 3 shorts, my 7 or 8 shirts, and then I bring them out of the suitcase. I hang everything on the closet, whatever, and then I go. All right, today I just this and this. That's it. Out of here. Let's go.
Yeah. I was actually thinking to myself when I go to Orlando in October, I'm going to be going there and getting on a 3-day, and then spending a week in Orlando before I then get on the Wonder for 7 more days. And I was thinking to myself, Scott, this is an opportunity for you to break the cycle and don't overpack, because you're going to have a washer and dryer that whole week in Orlando. Don't overpack. You can just wash and dry everything. You'll be good. Don't overpack, but I will.
No, that's me. I know I am.
Yep.
Law Jones comments, you need to take your meds and some cash as well.
Yes.
Of course.
And let's see. Rob says, Scott, when are you coming to pick me up? I'm already ready for you. Bone Tire Traveler says that they're already planning outfits for their upcoming cruise. Let's see. Leonard Family Fun says, Cheryl, I am the same way. I want my bags before sail away so I can unpack and enjoy myself. I don't want to come back from the sail away to unpack. And Adventures of the Filipino American couple says, I love suitcase living, but the wife says, no way in hell we would want to do that.
No way.
Okay, here we go. Law Jones question. Do you still get stopped by airport security for liquids once you could only bring with you and what will fit in a quart-sized Ziploc?
Oh, you can answer that because you did.
Yes, I can.
Oh my God.
Yes, I can.
Go take it.
Okay, I had my hair gel in my backpack, and it was like an 8-ounce container, but it was only filled a quarter of the way up. You know, it was only a little left in the bottle, but because the bottle was over 3 ounces, the overall measurement of the bottle was 3 ounces. Homeboy took my hair gel,
and he talked about it for the 7 or 8 days we were on the cruise.
I did.
I mean, he woke up, you know.
I had to get a hat because of my hair. You know, I just wore a hat for the rest of the trip.
Yeah.
So
I do not forget. Like, I never put anything too big in a carry-on or anything like that. So, so I don't have a problem with it. And I also, my bags get a little less scrutinized because I have TSA pre-check. So I don't have to take my shoes off. I don't have to take my laptop out. I don't have to take my liquids out. I don't have to do any of that. And they scrutinize my bag just a little less.
Yeah.
But if I would like, the only thing I don't like about pre-check is if for any reason I set the metal detector off, they make me go through the naked body scanner anyway. Right? Where you gotta, you know, so they make, so if that scanner is off or something like that or whatever, or if I had like, I never forget to take my belt. Like, I don't, like when I fly, I typically fly in sweats. And if it's winter, I've got a hoodie on. I try to remember to take that off because the zipper might set it off. Or actually what happened one time is I had this hoodie on that had plastic zipper, but on the end of the drawstrings for the hood, it had these little metal caps on them.
Yeah.
And they set it off. And I was like, anyway, so I had to go through the naked body scanner. I hate going through the naked body scanner. So yeah. So anyway, but otherwise I tend to not get troubled too much. And I don't have my stuff in a bag inside my bag. I have like 10,000 hand sanitizers just laying everywhere inside my backpack.
Oh, man.
And when it goes through the scanner, they don't say a word to me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Maybe because I have pre-check. I don't know.
Yeah.
And let's see. Not even a bottle of water. You can't bring anything.
No,
Nothing.
not at all.
Oh, snap. Tanisha says, I think I'm commenting too much in the YouTube chat. I am in timeout again. She got timed out.
It's not that.
It's
probably
Nightbot's doing something. Sorry about that.
yeah. It's not that.
Yep. Oh, Law John says, thank you. I guess he just wanted to see you do the natural look. Personally, I'd like to do a carry-on only. Yep. I don't know. I gotta find
I'd
a
have an
different.
anxiety attack if I only did a carry on.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too. I would have on my it would be anxiety to the 10th power.
Mhm.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Not even on the new cruise. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Like even when I'm just like driving an hour south to Baltimore, Port of Baltimore to get on a ship, I still have like 9 bags with me.
Okay. I know. We traveling with Eddie, he would probably go bananas.
Yep.
No, seriously. I have a full size suitcase, which is typically like a 28-inch case. You know, I have a medium size one sometimes, and then I have a backpack. Or it'll be the full size one and a carry on size and a backpack. So that's one or the other. But I always have like 2 bags, two suitcases, and a backpack. So
And that's why we like to travel Southwest, because we the
bags are included.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
even with pre-check, my backpack gets rescanned often because I have a lot of electronics in there. A lot. I mean, like not just the laptop and stuff. I mean, I have a lot of stuff in there, right? Cables and just everything, right? So that thing tends to get rescanned often. Like they don't make me take it all out and everything, but they definitely grab it, walk it back around, and send it through a second time often.
Yeah.
That's where he is when
I got 2 tablets and a Chromebook in mine.
And the
gimbal, the charging station, just all of it's in my backpack. And I'm wondering, there's a lot more electronics in here, but you're just asking me to take the laptops out. Didn't understand it. Oh, Scrow's Nest says, if the bottle of water is frozen, TSA will allow it through security. If the bottle starts to thaw a little, TSA will have you drink it off, then you can go through. I
just make it easy and don't try to take any liquid through.
That's me.
I mean, like anything like that. Like I don't take a drink. If I'm going to get a drink at the airport or whatever, I just wait till I'm on the other side of security.
Yeah.
So.
That's me. I wait till I'm on the other side and be done with it.
Right. And because I have pre-check, I had, not only do I have pre-check, but I also have clear, which not only gets me, like, I don't have to take anything out. I don't have to show it. All I have to do is show my boarding pass. And then I step up to a clear kiosk and they scan my irises, and that verifies me. And then the clear agent walks me all the way to the front of the TSA pre-check line and shows their ID and my boarding pass to the TSA agent, who just waves me through. And then I'm even at the front of the TSA pre-check line on top of that. So if you have clear and pre-check together, that is really the best recipe. So for me, because I can go the busiest airport, I'm like through security in under 5 minutes. So I tend to hang out outside the airport until the last possible minute, because I don't need to, get in the long security lines and stuff like that. And then I go in and go through. The only airport that I ever fly from, and it's only occasional, however, it is going to be in October, that does not have clear is Philadelphia. But every other airport I've ever flown in or out of has clear. So clear and pre-check, it's really the best recipe. So
we saw Clear at LaGuardia when we went through. They had a lot of agents out there trying to sell us on Clear.
Yeah. So I mean, I pay for it and I get a discount too, because I get a discount from one of the credit cards I have. Gets me a discount on Clear. So I pay for it for me and my wife. It's $49 extra per person a year. So I pay the $49 for my wife plus the main fee for me. And then she and I both have pre-check. So like I said, along with pre-check and Clear, it's really the best recipe for being able to just zip through security in any airport.
Oh, wow. Look at this one right
Florida.
here. Wait, hold on. I tried to. Okay, here it is. Adventures of the Philippine American couple says, we learned the hard way. Be careful where you store your charging cords. Our last trip back to the U.S., I had a phone cord inside my shoe, and they did not like that at all.
No, because
it looked like you were about to choke somebody out. That's why.
You know, the guy that had the matches and stuff that they caught on the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like anything in their shoe. That's why we have to take our shoes off.
Yeah, we take our shoes. Yep.
Because before then, we could keep our shoes on until he did that stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want my Clear picture retaken with them, because Beth and I had just gotten off the Carnival Pride.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we knew we had signed up for Clear through the website or whatever, and then you have to go to a Clear location to have them scan your irises, scan your fingerprints, and create kind of like a whole security profile for you.
Sure.
So the closest for us was BWI, Baltimore Washington International. So it was about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes from the port of Baltimore, right? So we had just gotten off the Carnival Pride, had spent 7 days in Bahamas. I was as red as a lobster.
Yep.
Seriously. I was super, like, you see how pasty my skin is now? Like, I was as red as lobster, okay? And we went over there to BWI and got our Clear profiles created. So now every time I step up to the Clear kiosk and it scans my eyes and I step back, it brings a preview picture up of me and I see how red I was, and I just like, oh my gosh, I was so red.
It probably looked like me after a day in Cozumel.
It was terrible.
Yeah, the Philippine American couple says, sorry, the shoe was in a carry-on bag. So apparently there was a shoe with a cord, and they didn't like the fact that the cord was in the shoe.
Gotcha.
Because I got all kind of cords in my bag, you know. I really did to charge all of this stuff. Scrowsness says, travel with a mobility scooter if you want to see TSA scrutiny. Yes, I have TSA pre-check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I had pre-check, and sometimes that, you know, metal detector like either has a fit or doesn't like something or whatever, and then they make me go through they make me go through the standard scanner, which I hate.
I go through worse myself. 2 stents and a pacemaker.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I have to be manually handled. And, yeah, because of.
Well, when that body scanner first came out and that, you know, thing hit the news where all those pictures had leaked onto the internet of all these people's, you know, scans and stuff. I was like, I'm not doing it. Right? I hadn't done it up to that point, so I'm like, I'm not doing it. So I would always refuse to go through that, and I would always have to do a manual. They would have to do a manual pat down,
right,
for me, right. At one time I was at Reagan International and they said, you know, we need a manual pat down. So the TSA agent came over and he was like, today's your lucky day. And I said, why is that? And he was like, because we don't like to do those here. He was like, so we usually make people like you wait a really long time. And I said, that sounds like the beginnings of a really wonderful lawsuit against the federal government. And he ended up apologizing to me for it after that or whatever. But I then got pre-check, so I don't mostly have to do it. But then, like I said, one time, I think, believe it or not, I think it was at Charleston, South Carolina airport when I flew down to Sail the Sunshine. The scanner, I know I did not have any metal on that day, but the scanner still keyed off on something, and they made me go through it. And that was the first time I ever went through the naked body scanner.
Yep. And Anthony Simone has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. Wait, chat just jumped. Bone Tired Traveler says Scott has faster to the fun with TSA. LOL.
Yeah, he does.
I love it. I can't imagine flying any other way now with those two. So,
and the Army. First of all, welcome in.
Welcome in
to
the
live
Army.
stream. And it says, I look forward to the manual pat down.
You know what? I said that to one of the TSAs one time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to get, the extra whatever. And I said, you know what? This is the most action I've ever seen. And they something is wrong with me. I
Simply had a cane with her, and they put her in a wheelchair and wheeled us right to the front of everything.
Yes.
It was no pre-check or anything required, and I got to go with her, because we're traveling together. So that was really
all the way to the door of the airplane. They did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Cajun Country Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What?
Yeah, LOL. I bet that made them laugh.
It did. Because, some things come out of my mouth before I think. And I do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I say things that I think, and it comes out. And I don't know.
Yep. So that is our travel experiences chat for the day. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
We don't know who's coming on.
I mean, the only thing I can say is I'm really sorry for the catfish story. That it seemed to be the catalyst. It seemed to be the catalyst to run us over.
No. You're good. You're good. We don't mind running over because there's still 21 people here with us. We definitely thank you guys for staying for the catfish and the TSA mashup this morning. We really appreciate everybody coming into the show. You guys keep us going. We really appreciate you.
Really do.
We do.
Because this is a big audience every day.
It is. It is. You guys dedicated.
We are very grateful for your support and for you taking time out of your day to be here with us every day. So
every day.
We talk about it. We talk about it before and after the show and throughout our days. We're very grateful to everyone.
Yep.
See, isn't that heartfelt? That makes me want to cry.
It is. It is.
Coming up at 11 o'clock Eastern also, the Cruise Pet Adventures is going to have a live at 11 o'clock today if you guys want to hit him at 11 in about a half hour. So,
but is he going to reveal where he's moving?
We'll find out.
Maybe. Gotta watch the show.
And speaking of Cruise Vet, he's got some. He's been on some cruise ships that we need to watch. Yeah, he went on the Vista. He went on, and he's got some good openers.
Yes,
I mean, he's in the water.
No. We can't move on. We can't move on without me reading.
I know. I'm like, that's hilarious.
Law Jones says Eddie finds personal messages and phone numbers tucked into his pockets from the TSA agent.
And I gotta get them before Alice. I gotta find them before Alice does.
Yes.
Oh, God.
You get tossed up for something like that.
I find a lot of coupons for discounts on pizza and burgers and stuff like that. So
that'll work.
I don't know. Maybe they see me that I need to be fed.
Perhaps.
Here, let's help out the fluffy guy.
Yeah.
Well, that'll work. Thank everybody for coming in today to the live. and also for staying to the end. We really appreciate you. Everybody take care of each other out there. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Always remember, we love you, and good morning.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.